When we got back to the hotel, he called me and was like, it might be canceled.
Coming into it, like, this is the group that's going to go all the way.
I was just like, baseball won't get canceled. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Our coach messaged us and she was like, hey, we want to take you guys all out to dinner. And so we kind of knew like something was up, but we didn't know like for sure.
Throughout that day, like, it actually got more and more realistic.
So when I heard the news, I was just like, wow, it's actually happened. It was kind of a reality check for sure.
And by the end of that week, it was like, yeah, you guys are going home.
We was both kind of choked up.
It kind of resembled just how serious this thing is.
Athletes found out about the devastating news of their seasons being canceled from all different places. At the track, from their hotel room, in an apartment, even at a restaurant. But one thing remained the same. They would all be now forced to navigate in a new normal. This challenging time was made a little easier by having their teammates there to experience it with.
You got to hang around all the guys instead of, just being alone and like having to go through the emotions that you went through alone. You got to do it with your team.
I know that last time we were all together, just kind of cherishing those last few times, the last few, the trip back, just cherishing that last few moment. We stopped at a Mexican restaurant, just really just kind of coming together and just saying this might be the last time we hang out and just really cherishing that little time that we had left.
I had a little moment by myself at first, and then I brought everybody in the room and I kind of told them the news, and we kind of had our little moment together. It was kind of comforting, we all kind of comfort each other, but it just hurt because to be honest, we all put in so much work that year. We were actually just trying to win the whole thing.
Our team was very close, so just being able to have that support system, someone who was going through the same thing as you, like I said, we had a group chat, the whole team was constantly still in contact, just like having that team support system. That was awesome.
Soon, the NCAA announced that they would grant an extra year of eligibility to spring sport athletes. Because winter sports had completed everything but the postseason, they were not given an additional year, meaning Wayne's college basketball career had come to an end.
Some teams are already done, so it's hard to say just to have another season just because we kept going. But it's also frustrating because it's kind of we worked during preseason all that time and we did everything beforehand, and it's just frustrating how we're not able to finish it out because in the end the biggest goal is to obviously win a national championship. So not even being able to do that, it's very frustrating. But I do understand just how that would work. It would just be difficult with just the scholarship and all that, so it's understandable.
And even with an extra year of eligibility available, many athletes faced a tough decision. Between graduation and post-athletics career plans, many felt it was just time to look ahead.
I'm kind of always like a person that says God has a plan type deal. I struggled last year, just never. I wanted to be there, but it wasn't I don't know. I just kind of struggled with my love for the game a little bit, and then this year I finally found it again. I was always found myself just itching to play again and all that. And then when it ended, it was kind of it's time for me to move on.
It kind of opened my eyes just to not take anything for granted, for sure. And then also just being able to persevere during anything and just adjust through whatever's happening.
One of Wheeler's favorite thing, which used to really hack me off, he would tell me all the time, because I'm a person who likes to take control and always have my way. He'd always tell me, control what you can control. And I used to go, you know what? I hate that saying. It's my least favorite saying ever. But that's actually what described my 5th year of college baseball, I can't control it. So there's no reason to sit there and dwell on it and get all mad. And it does nothing for you. So moved back home and finally got myself employed. And here I am enjoying life.
I'm just trying to adjust still, without basketball. For me, I have to wait for my surgery to come up because I did tear my ACL during the season. So just having to wait for that, 'cause I'm not able to, get in a scrimmage or do anything like that. I have to be very patient during this time.
And for some, although unexpected, they'll be back in a Hornet jersey for another year. Goodwin, for example, was a senior, but because track and field is split into 2 seasons, indoor and outdoor, He'll be back for the 2021 outdoor season to try and finish what he started.
I was most definitely returning if they gave me my year back.
Looking forward to this next year. What are your goals and what's the mindset as you enter into your new senior season?
Right. I want to win. I want to be a national champion this year for sure. That's one goal. That's one big goal. Another big goal is to get to Olympic trials.
And we'll see more of senior pitcher Kelsey Phillips right here at Trester Sports Complex as she steps into the circle for another season with Emporia State softball.
Yeah, it was not a quick thing. I mean, I talked with my parents multiple times about options, and I've looked at the graduate programs Emporia had to offer. So yeah, just a lot of thinking. Like I said, this year's team was really close. We had really good team chemistry. Obviously we're together a lot because of softball, but even when we weren't required to be together, we got together for Bachelor. We would watch Bachelor together and Grey's Anatomy and just different things like that. And Coach Rosales, she really preaches family over everything, and we are a family, and just creating that atmosphere. So, and since that decision to come back to this team was really easy. It was more like the school part and all the extra stuff that I had to think about, but coming back to this team and this program was like a no-brainer.
I have a fiance. She was completely for me going back. So if people think, fiance had something to say about it, no. She was completely for it. But at this certain point in time, I'm not getting any younger. My body hurt all the time. And, I just felt like it was a good time to move on from it. Become an Emporia State baseball alumni, which is a great honor. So from all the guys that I've met, just being there for 2.5 years, I can't be more excited to be a part of that fraternity.
What would be your best advice or your message to future incoming student athletes at Emporia State or just really anywhere?
I would say definitely build a good relationship with the community and your coaches, and really just cherish those moments that you have in Emporia State, because those people, the fans and everyone in the community, are great. So just really try to get a bond with them, build friendships, and just whenever you go out there, whatever sport you do, give it your all, because you never know when it might be taken from you.
Just going through adversity, and track helped me out a lot with that. Schools helped me out a lot with that. I'm coming back, so be ready. We're going to work hard. We're going to get us a national championship for sure.
Pick up where we left off. Like I said, we had great team chemistry on field, off the field, but I do feel like skill-wise we were pretty good. And so just continuing to build off of that and just to put in the work, because even though they've kind of already limited the number of games we're allowed to play for next year, it's better than nothing. So let's get after it and just keep going.
Thank you for welcoming me with open arms. I transferred in that semester and felt like I didn't ever skip a beat. I was there all 4 or 5 of my years. I had such a wonderful time in that place. It will always be home to me. The community's just really invested into your success. So I want to thank them for that. And then thank the university for the best 3 years of my life. No matter how old I get, no matter what I do, I'm going to go back there all the time. Thank them from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you throughout these last 4 years for cheering at every basketball game and giving the support every single game that we were out there. We always had a packed crowd and just really showing that you guys cared for us, and that means a lot.